This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Toxic Crusaders reaction figures, Toxie and Dr. Killemoff from Super 7. Now, these are some awesome figures that I was dying to get my hands on, and I'm super stoked to check these out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at the actual figures, I want to take a closer look at the packaging. Alright guys, so before I crack these things open, I want to take a closer look at this packaging. So, I absolutely love what Super 7 does with the card art for the reaction line. These are those type of figures, you know, they're not super posable and things like that, and they've got a ton of detail, but what they do have going for them is mint on card display, and I love that. So we get some really cool artwork right here of the Toxic Crusader, or the Toxic Avenger / Toxie. I love this old school Toxic Crusaders logo, so freaking nice. I love that. We see the figure right there in the blister bubble with some of his accessories. I love like the hazard symbol, like the old school toy line. I love that. Turn this around, looks really good. It's cleanup time. Collect all these caustic characters, but then I love the fact that we're getting like images from the cartoon for the checklist here, so that's pretty cool. So we can check out Killemoff right here too. I love the artwork, looks awesome. Again, dude, that is so freaking cool. Very nice. Killemoff looks great right there, looks super good. Same thing with the back, love this. So man, I picked up only these two for right now, mostly because I want to see how much I like these, because I'm really going to consider buying the entire line of Toxic Crusaders, as I absolutely love the vintage line. So let's go ahead and crack these things open and see what we have inside. Alright guys, so I'm going to start things off with Toxie here. And yeah, I think this looks fantastic, man. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. This is so fun for me. Just nostalgia right away. And I love because, you know, back when the original Toxic Crusaders line came out, it was to mimic those old Ninja Turtle style of figures. And the whole point of this reaction line is to mimic the old Star Wars toys. So this is really a weird amalgamation of just different styles. And dude, I'm totally for it. So, I mean, the sculpt looks fantastic. The eye looks great. The paint detailing on the wrists and things like that. All the cuts and the tears in the feet. I mean, this looks really cool, dude. I love this like that. So let me go ahead and bring in like my vintage Toxie right here, and you can really see the difference. Let me just take this off right there so you can see a little better look right there. So here's my vintage Toxie. You know, you can really see how difference the greens are. Like this one right here is a lot more brighter, when this one's a little more of a moko green. This one's almost more of a neon green. A lot more lime in this tone right here, but it still looks really cool. The tattering, all that looks really good. You see the slime coming, or is that slime or toes? I can't tell, probably a little bit of both, but coming through there, so that's really cool. The blue belt, the same thing with the wristbands. All that looks really cool. Yeah, man, you got the yellow wristband right there. I love that. The only thing I wish would have been cool with this one particularly, how we get this like paint splatter effect on a lot of those figures. You can see that on the vintage line. You know, I wish they would have gotten that on this too, but still, this still looks really good. So I love seeing these guys side by side. So definitely really cool. I'll say, okay, so for his accessories, we do get his mop, which is cool. I love this. I do have my vintage mop right here. So this one actually had an American flag sticker on there. So you can see how similar they are. It would have been cool to get the American flag on this one too, but it's no big deal. This still looks really nice. It does not have the little slime effect on the top like that, and it's missing the speckle, but still this looks really awesome. You actually get this and clip it into his hand, and he actually holds that very well, so that's really cool. We also do get his bandolier. This actually just like snaps on. It's like almost just clips on like so, like that right there, and it just clips around his chest like that. Maybe you could probably put it on the back too if you wanted to, maybe something like that, but I like to go across the chest like that, like the vintage figure, like so, and put that on like that. Now you can probably put it on this way too, if you really try to do it, but it seems like it's more form-fitting to go over this side like that, over the right shoulder. So overall, I think that's awesome. Again, very nostalgic, very awesome, and it's really cool seeing Toxie in this particular style. Alright, now let's take a closer look at Dr. Killemoff, and this is one of my just all-time favorite villains. I absolutely love this character and this design. He looks fantastic, dude. The head sculpt, the paint on all these figures looks super clean. I mean, but the gold metal tie, and you can see the gold under the suit. I love that, just like the vintage figure. I mean, this guy came out rad, dude. You see his smokestacks right here, which is like pure toxins and things like that. That's pretty much how he breathes, almost like Darth Vader, but he breathes in like pure toxins and fumes and things like that, which I think is hilarious, but that's really cool. This just looks fantastic, man. What's super cool about this one, he does have 4 arms, and those all 4 are articulated like so. So I think that's really, really cool. Instead of just your standard 5 points of articulation, he gets a couple more because of the extra arms. Now I do have my vintage Dr. Killemoff right here. He looks great side by side with these. And again, you can see the size difference and things like that. But really, you can see how I'm talking about with the vintage like splatter paint around here. I wish it would have been on here, but I get these are most likely more based on the actual cartoon than the actual vintage toy, so I can see the difference on that. But still, I think this looks awesome. You can see even gold on the wrists right there like that. The smokestacks. He does not have a cape. You know, this vintage figure has a cape. So pretty cool, man. I love seeing these again side by side. Looks really cool, and I just love absolutely having these. Now what's really cool is that we do get his school vintage gun done in the glow-in-the-dark plastic. So if you remember, when you guys get those vintage figures, they have like almost like mystery accessories, and then you reveal that they were some type of glow-in-the-dark accessory. So you get his gun right there, which is pretty cool, and it is the exact same gun as the vintage one right here, so that's pretty awesome. Again, same glow-in-the-dark plastic. And we also do get his grenade. Now you can hold this stuff in different hands because all 4 hands are able to grip. And again, same thing, here's the vintage grenade. You can see that, so that's pretty cool here. So now what I really want to see, I'm going to turn off some lights here and see if these actually do glow in the dark. And it seems to glow, there we go. You can see they do glow fairly decently, you know. It's not super bright, but I do think it works out pretty good. For the most part, I think that looks really cool. So a lot of fun with these, man. I think these came out great. I love the Toxic Crusaders, and I'm super stoked that we got these in this ReAction style. We're getting close to getting Toxie in the Classics style soon. That should be in. I have that in pre-ordered, so I'll be getting that and reviewing that soon. But I think these are super awesome, and if you love the old school Toxic Crusaders, then I think you will absolutely love these ReAction figures. So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figures. Also for comparison, here are both figures sitting next to their vintage counterparts. And for even more comparison, here they are sitting next to a Leo Faker ReAction figure also from Super 7. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the ReAction Toxie and Dr. Killemoff. And man, these just make for some really fun toys. Now, if you're not into this style, I totally get that. I'm not a super big fan of these, but anything Toxic Crusaders, I have to have my hands on. And in my opinion, Super 7 did an amazing job with these. The sculpts look very well done. The colors and paint are so bright and vibrant. They really stand out on the shelf. And just having these two in hand really make me want to go back and pick up the other Toxic Crusaders from Super 7. So I think these guys are so awesome, and if you're into the style like I am, then I think they are definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.